Crazy shit going on, folks. Who we got up in here? Sky Soldier. Yo, what's up? What's up, Big Mo? Sky Soldier was cracking. Yo, Big Mo, I've been wanting to chop it up with you too, personally, bro. Because what you had commented the other day, you said you had a thought on something, right? And I've been thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, man, I hope Big Mo cracks up in there so we can, see what was cracking. But yeah, thank you guys for popping in, man. You guys popped in at the same time. That was crazy. I seen you guys pop up directly, like, bam, Sky Soldier, Big Mo. Yeah, man. Hey, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on right now. Like, I've been digging so much, man. And if you're a dude like me, we're constantly researching, constantly looking up shit, like wanting to find out what's true, what is it. You got to do your research, and then as you're trying to decipher everything that's coming in, there's just more shit that's constantly. So it's never ending. You feel me? It's just never ending. Yeah, fine. Fuck yeah, you finally made one, Sky Soldier. Michael, what's up? What's cracking, bro? Oh, that's crazy. It sounds like I'm catching everybody at the right time right now, which is pretty fucking cool. But I've been digging into all kinds of stuff, right? And I seen this a couple days. I seen it the last time I was live, as a matter of fact, which was a couple days ago. I tried to go live yesterday, but right when I got on, within like a minute, something came up and I had to get the fuck out, so I wasn't able to come back on. But the day before that, or whenever that was, and I've been able to see, like, I'm sure most of you have seen some stuff about the shooter, right? And that night that we got off of the last live stream, and then later on, I didn't go to bed. I stayed up for a couple more hours and I went digging. I said, fuck, I can't sleep. My back pain was killing me. I just fucking started researching shit on this dude. I wanted to know everything about him. First of all, he looks like the dude from the Breakfast Club. Number one, he looks like Michael Anthony Thomas and shit. And I'm like, damn, this shit just, okay, number one. And then you start digging and you see that he was affiliated with BlackRock. And if you guys know anything about BlackRock, which is starting to float around now, BlackRock's been around for a long time. Those motherfuckers are some shady bastards. They control me. They control the media. They control a lot of shit. And yes, they are part of the club. BlackRock is a major component of the club. So this dude was in a commercial with BlackRock. There's fucking there are interviews out there with BlackRock executives. I forgot the dude's fucking name. One of these rich motherfuckers, they were talking to him and they were asking him. It was a journalist that was questioning him and shit. And he's asking him questions and shit. And he's like, hey, when it comes to changing the future, and I'm paraphrasing here, when it comes to changing the future, basically, what do they got to do? And the executive from BlackRock was like, we have to make things change. We have to force behavior. We have to make behavior. We have to force it. And that youngster that was supposedly trying to take out Trump, he was affiliated with BlackRock. He was in commercials with BlackRock. You feel what I'm saying? He worked for BlackRock. Like, cut the bullshit. Bottom line, he worked for BlackRock. They're saying he was affiliated. He worked for them. They are responsible. Look, I got to be careful with a lot of the shit that I'm saying right now because I start getting on a good one and I just start spewing shit, but it's always what the fuck it is. You feel me? And, when you look at everything that's going on, you're like, how is this a coincidence that everything's happening at the same time? And then I'm looking at and I'm not trying to offend anybody, right? Like I said, I don't go right, I don't go left. I'm just for the guy who's going to fix the shit. But I've been watching the Republican, the convention, right? Night 2. And this shit's looking like, I don't know. It's got a feel of like when Diddy and them were pushing for the votes years ago for Biden. You remember that? Everybody's fucking all these entertainers and athletes and shit on. They're rapping. There's hip hop, and don't get me wrong, I love hip hop, but it just looks the same to me. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? What's really going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on here? Like, I feel right now that there's a great parasitic energy floating, and it's been floating around this motherfucker now the world for a long time. And when so many people start tapping into that parasitic energy throughout the world, it creates a great energy force that takes action. And just the same way that people use it to do bad, there's a lot of people that use it to do good. It's a fight between good and evil right now. It's got nothing to do with a Republican or a Democrat. It's got nothing to do with any of that shit. It don't got anything to do with a political party. It's good and it's bad. Bottom line. Bottom line. And when you look into the crooks, we'll just call them crooks, the dude that they killed, it was almost like it was just set up for him to be able to get up there and do what he wanted to do. When you break everything down. Yes, sir. Michael. Hey. Fucking Fonz and shit. Hey. Who knows? Remember Fonz? When I was a kid, man, I grew up in a Mexican household, bro. But my mom used to have us watching the motherfucking Happy Days, right? Fucking All My Children, One Life to Live, The Price is Right. You know what I mean? Fucking all them shows, them game shows. I remember sitting at home with my mom. I can still remember, bro, being in a fucking high chair with eggs fucking splattered all over because I like them over easy. Fucking yolk everywhere, just watching The Price is Right with my mom as she's cleaning the kitchen. Those are precious memories. But back to the task at hand. Mama, I miss you. I love you. I know you're watching us, and I know you're blessing me, Mom. And it's, yeah, man, both sides of that bird are dirty. So it's all about the, look, follow me right here. I'm going to say it, but I can't say it. It's all about that deep stizzle. Do you fizzle? My bizzles and my jizzles. Do you understand? My mizzles. It's all about the deep stizzle. The NWO izzle. Do you fizzle? What I'm sizzle. If you get me. That's correct, Mo. That's correct, Big Mo. You guys are, it's, you know what we're happening right now? What's happening right now in the world, especially here in the Western Hemisphere, in Western society, is there is a real, not that woke stuff, nah. When everybody said, oh, great awakening, we're woke. Yeah, nah. That's not what I mean. The great awakening is folks like us, the ones who make everything work, the ones who keep this shit rolling, are waking up. It's the great awakening, my people. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Because I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's in my bones. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And if you don't feel that train coming, man, yeah. I've had experiences with train tracks before. I wrecked the fucking a racing car that I had back in the days. I had a 99 Jetta and bought it from a homie at the time. You know, if you really want me to keep it a fucking buck, what's up? Lone Wolves, what's cracking, bro? Oos Juice, the Great Reset. Homeboy, you Samoan, my brother? My Oos? You Samoan? I knew some Samoans back in the day, some Bloods. Like the story I was telling the other day about Gangsta Roots, some homeboys from Carson City and from Inglewood, Samoans. But yeah, man. Hey, man. Thank you guys. There's 10 of you in here, man. Thank you guys for being up in here, bro. Like, what you guys want to talk about? What you guys want to talk about? Yeah, I'm watching the national convention too, and I'm seeing, like, it's just reminding me of last campaign with Biden. It's just giving me that vibe. I mean, I see Trump there, and I see the what's his name, JD Vance, which I was looking up some stuff on Vance, and I looked up a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff, and there's a lot of kind of iffy stuff, but seems like a good dude. I don't know much more about him than the stuff that I looked up on him. I don't know about his policies or anything like that, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy because it's just giving me the feel, bro. Yo, what's up, Raider Mac? Hey, bro, how you doing, man? How you doing, Raider Mac? You were on my mind today when I was going live, too. You were one of the dudes, too. I was like, I hope Big Mo comes out there. And I was like, what's up with Raider Mac? I ain't seen him the last couple times. And I remember that we were chopping it up the last few times before when I went live before. It's some crazy shit though. Because I think what a lot of people don't understand right now, it's just so much deeper. And look, I'm not a fucking fitness guru or nothing. I'm not none of that shit. I'm not a Dr. Sebi. I'm not a fucking, my brother. I'm a brother of the faith. I'm not a monk. I'm not none of that shit. But I've been eating clean for 4 months. I've been exercising. I've lost so much weight. I feel better and I'm back to like my old self. And it allows you to think differently. Your brain's not all cloudy. That old pineal gland in the back of my 6 head right here. And you look, bro. That's when you know a motherfucker been through some shit. Look, I got a scar there. I got a scar here. One of these is a scar right here. The other ones are just wrinkles, but it's right here in the motherfucking pineal gland. It allows the gland to come uncalcified, right? The calcium is able to, the plaque and everything's able to come off of it. You're able to see things differently and you're able to vibrate in a high energy. And the reason I bring that shit up right now is because there's some things that I was feeling and I wanted to tell you guys that this isn't over. Hanging in there with my wife, Floss. Oh yeah, bro, I could understand. Send my regards to you and your wife, Raider Mac, and for sure. What's up, Charles Washington? What's cracking, man? Charles Washington, what's up, brother? Wait a minute. Charles Washington. That's not the one that plays for the Cardinals, right? The safety? You should go to Fresno State. I mean, I know Charles Washington, but yeah. Yeah, Big Mo. Man, you guys are interacting big time right now. Now I got to keep my ass up, be prepared. Yeah. Hey, because look, man, this is what I think. And now for right now, because we know some shit's going to crack off. I got to get on track. Now I'm feeling the energy. Why I wanted to get online as well. The message that I had. I feel that with everybody that's come across the border the last couple of years, all these millions of people and these military age men, and like I was talking about United Nations soldiers, all this stuff, right? But beforehand, we got to start watching out because look, what comes up after the assassination? They built up all this shit to get Trump, a gang of shit to get him. None of it worked. So what you're left with is what? Like what they were left with Kennedy, assassination, right? So they try to get him. It's just weird though. You put a fucking amateur up there to do that. Come on, bro. Think about it. The visual that they're creating. Yes, people died. Yes, people got hurt. But the motherfucker they had up there doing that was no professional. And I don't know how the fuck he thought he was going to get away with it or even do it or even complete the shot because it was like fragments of screen that hit Donald Trump. It wasn't an actual bullet, right? So what's next after that? You think they're going to stop? No, they're not going to stop. But now they can't poison his food because everybody would be looking for that, right? You can't blow him up. So what's the next best thing? Look up in history how things have always played out when a certain group or organization wants to get their point across or they want to kind of change the dynamic and of politics. Listen, my people, and listen good. We have to be very, very. Yep. You'll know my name soon. Raider Mac, we're on the same page. We have to start watching. They're going to start blowing up churches and they're going to start fucking hurting innocent. They're going to go after the black and the darker skinned folks. I'm just saying. And it's not going to be Republicans or Democrats. No. Maybe one side of them have something to do with it, but they're going to start blowing up black churches and they're going to start basically putting in work on Hispanics and blacks. And they're going to be making it look like it's a certain demographic of people doing it to create an even bigger divide and a bigger war at that moment. They're trying to do everything to set people off to clash. That's all they're doing. But we have to remain smart. We have to remain calm and understand what they are doing. And just, you can't fall into that trap. You cannot fall into that trap. You got to be ready for the counter. You see what I'm saying? There you go, Big Mo. Yeah. There was. That's what I'm saying, though, Lone Wolves. Like, how does he get all that? How did all this happen that way? These motherfuckers are not that incompetent. That Secret Service is not that incompetent. None of them are around there. All that's just a big old nut in its own, right? And we just have to be careful, and we have to just be aware, because I think they're going to start resorting to old tactics like they did back in the days when they started setting churches on fire. But I think now it's going to be to the extent where it's not setting them on fire no more. It's blowing them up, doing shady shit to them. And stuff probably start happening in the poor neighborhoods, in the inner cities, even worse than it already is, because it's already a war zone with all the gangs and the drugs and all these inner cities across the U.S. It's already a fucking war zone. Imagine to the magnitude of what it would be at that point. Imagine what it would look like at that point. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just crazy, man. And like, I don't know. We just got to watch out. We just got to be careful, because they can't touch Trump now. They're not going to be able to get him, and they're mad about it. Whoever it is, when I say who, I mean the deep stizzle. You fizzle my jizzles. Yep. Hey, Raider Mac, I heard about the cop that went on the roof too. I heard about all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. There's so much stuff coming out, right? All that stuff's coming out from all kinds of different angles, and we're like, did you see the response from around the world, other countries? Some countries are not even saying that Donald Trump that there was an assassination attempt on him. Some countries are not reporting that. Some countries are just saying that there was some loud noise or something going on, so they rushed him off stage. They're not saying anything or showing anything of any kind of sniper being shot or none of that. They're not even showing Donald Trump bleeding or anything. They've done some major editing before their shit goes up in other countries. They're not showing other countries. There's some countries, yeah, but not all the countries are getting the news of what's going on over here. I have a homeboy in El Salvador that when I was messaging him when it was going on, he said he hadn't heard nothing about it yet, and he has a phone and everything, and he hadn't heard nothing really about Donald Trump's assassination attempt. This was about an hour after it happened. Think about that. And that's just in El Salvador. Yes, but I didn't want to mention his name, Raider Mac. You got me. Dude, that's the OG right there, but we can't mention his name. You know what they did to him? I can't mention his name. You guys can type it up, but I can't mention it. You feel me? But that's where I've been watching and listening to Alex Jones since the beginning of Infowars.com. Oh, fuck, I said his name. God damn it. That wasn't too. Yeah, YouTube, you didn't hear that. Yo, what's up, Harun? Harun's in the house. Michael, Raider Mac, Big Mo, Lone Wolves. Raider Mac's in the house. No, you're good, Raider Mac. It ain't no. Hey, bro. I was fucking with you, bro. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? We good. We straight. Nah, we bigger than that. We great. We all on the same page. We're all cut from the same cloth right here, bro. This is crazy. You see what I'm saying? But look, we use symbolisms to divide our own selves, right? Because us Raiders, when it's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and fuck you, fuck you motherfuckers. But we understand it's just a sport. It's not personal. When it comes to everything else, we can be diplomatic, chop it up, and be on the same page and understand what's really cracking off. Yep. I seen that, Lone Wolves. And she was grabbing her phone and shit like that, right? She was waiting for like the dude to start shooting. She's looking over there and shit. Is that the one you talking about, Lone Wolves? Oh, it's all good, Michael. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He was talking about be aware of black churches. He was talking about be aware of black inner cities. And, basically the ghettos is what he was saying, the hoods. Be aware in the hoods. I mean, let me tell you a story of what's going on in Fresno right now, okay? With my folks in Fresno. Right now in the CDC, ever since Newsom and them passed that new law, they want to fucking shrink the population in the California state prisons. So they're doing whatever they can do to get prisoners out, whether it's fucking them dying or shorten their sentence or whatever. They don't want to build no more motherfucking prisons. Well, they're depopulating because folks, where I come from, the main gang out there that was running shit is the Fresno Bulldogs. I'm from Fresno. I'm not a gang member, never was. I was very much affiliated with them, very much in the mix with them because all my family and friends were. I was never the guy. I don't got no tattoos on me. I was never the guy throwing up gang signs. You never hear me yell the gang name, never hear me do none of that. But I was involved in a lot of shit, so I seen a lot of things and I know how it works. Well, these fools, they always, when the homies will go to prison, they always have their own yards because they don't function with nobody. They don't program with nobody, so it's going to be constant funk, constant. And they never wanted to have that in the yards, so they would always send them to their own prisons and they have their own yards, right? Well, ever since this new law passed with the CDC, there was a big piece by the Big Four in prison, which is the Aryan Brotherhood, Black Guerrilla Family, Northern Hispanics, Southern Hispanics. They're the Big Four that run the California state prison system, right? On the inside. And then there's Fresno on its own, and then there's others, but they don't consider Fresno as a big organization, as big as them. So between them four, they came up with a truce. They came up with a program. They wanted to get their visits. They want to come out to yard. They want their canteen. They're tired of being slammed down in the shoe. They sued the CDC. CDC lost. They got pissed about it and said, okay, we're not going to give you guys your yards anymore. We're going to start putting everybody together again. We're not going to have no SNY. We're not going to have no split yards or people that don't program together. If you don't program together, that's your business. So what's been happening over the last year or so and some change is a lot of the Bulldog homies, and I'm bringing this up because it has ramifications for what's going on with this shit with Trump. I'm linking it. Just give me a second. What happened was the CDC got pissed. Newsom got pissed when he heard that the Bulldogs, number one, when the Big Four came up with a truce, the Bulldogs were not introduced to it because they already knew that if they try to introduce it to them, they weren't going to take it because they don't want to fall under anybody's bullshit. That's the reason why they broke off from the NF when they did in the 80s. They didn't want to have no shot callers. So the thing about Fresno is they have no shot callers. They're not they're not a gang. They're a disruptive group. And they're not classified as a gang in the prison system or in the California Penal Code. They're classified as a disruptive group because they don't have no shot callers. They do what they want, but when they move together. And so what they did was they start throwing these guys in general population yards. And the Northern and Southern Hispanics attacking them, outnumbering them, waiting for them. And a lot of homies getting hurt. A couple of them have lost their lives. I don't talk to any of these guys. I don't speak to them. I don't know any of these guys personally that it's happened to, but I've heard about it. And the reason I'm speaking up on that is because they're just getting rid of, they're like, okay, you're not going to fall in under the peace with these other guys, so we're just going to throw you to the wolves and thin you out because they're never going to conform. You see what I'm saying? The Fresno Bulldogs are like Trump's following. Follow me, though. Follow me. Everybody's against them. When the Fresno Bulldogs go to prison, everybody's against them and they're against everybody. All right. And it was like this when they were throwing them in the yards in the early 90s, mid 90s, back and forth. There was a lot of wars. There was all kinds of stuff because I had level 4 homies coming in and out. I would write letters to, were filling me in on shit, let me know how it was. So the reason they were filling me in on game because of what I was doing in the street. So if I ever got caught, I knew what it was already inside. But I already had family in there and shit. So I was already plugged in, so to speak, with certain stuff. And so Trump's following is kind of like the Fresno Bulldogs because they got the Aryan Brotherhood, they got the Black Guerrilla Family, they got the Norteños and the Sureños, Northern Hispanics, It's Northern Mexicans, Southern Mexicans. I'm not going to call them Hispanics. That's disrespectful. Northern Mexicans, Southern Mexicans. That's the big four gangs, organizations that run the California prison system. So this is the Bulldogs, and this is all the four organizations. And if they get into any yard, it's war. And it hadn't been like that in a while, and they're outnumbered. This is like this. There's 4-1. And this is like Trump right now. He's outnumbered in terms by the deep stizzle. You fizzle, my jizzles? He's outnumbered by the deep stizzle, which is all them, the NWO whizzle. You feel me? Yeah, it was really sus. So what they're doing with the Fresno Bulldogs, they're thinning them out. The California Department of Corrections has been ordered by Gavin Newsom to get rid of the Fresno Bulldogs. They don't want to talk about it. Yes, they're in there. They know what they signed up for. This is crazy. It's fucking crazy. And hey, man, I feel bad for the dudes, and I wish I could help them. I've seen some of the videos that are cringy as fuck, and I'm like, it just pisses me off because they know the homies from Fresno can throw. And if you watch some of these videos, the one of them that I was going to react to, but I still haven't, the homies were doing whatever they could, but you could see there was a couple of homies. They had just got off the bus, all of them. There was a couple of them that had never been in the middle of anything like that, and you could tell because once it jumps, they freeze, and they're just kind of stuck while there's shit going on all around them. Homies getting stabbed, beat up, all kinds of shit. Cameras right on it, caught the whole motherfucking thing. So what they're doing, like they're doing to the fucking Bulldogs in the CDC, the deep stizzle is trying to do that to us. Do you follow me here? What the Fresno Bulldogs are dealing with right now in the California Department of Corrections, not rehabilitation, because they don't rehabilitate nobody. Rehumiliation is what it is. California Department of Rehumiliation. I'll keep it a buck. Not all of them are bad, but I've seen some fucked up shit in there. That's all I'm going to say. I've seen some fucked up shit in there. But what they're doing to the Bulldogs, the CDCR, that's what the deep stizzle's trying to do to Donald Trump and his following. Wipe them out. So we have to be careful because a lot of these motherfuckers have been coming across the bizzle these last couple of yizzles. Do you fizzle? What I'm saying, and I have to talk like this so it doesn't trigger nothing on here. They're already fucking striking me and shit for shit I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you know what I mean? These people that have been crossing the border that are military aged, able-bodied motherfuckers, who do you think they're coming after? Who do you think those motherfuckers are coming after? How are they going to get rid of us? Because we're not going to fucking lay down and let them. How are they going to fucking get rid of us? They have to come like this. Do you feel me? They have to come like this. And they know we are the most heavily armed nation in the world because every other fucking country won't allow their citizens to have guns. Only ours. We are the only country in the world that has the Second Amendment, right? So they know that we're strapped the fuck up. So they have to send specially trained motherfuckers to get at us on the streets when it's popping off. I'm telling you guys, bro, please listen to me. So these motherfuckers are sizing us up in public right now. And they've been sizing us up. They're watching us. I don't know if you pay attention to some of these cities closer to the border like that I live in. But there's a lot of people walking around. There's a lot of motherfuckers just observing, sitting on benches by bus stops, just sitting there, not taking the bus, just looking around for hours and hours, constantly on their phone, messaging, texting, sitting around, walking across the street, getting something to eat and chilling. And they don't look like they should be on the street. It looks like a front, but I pay attention to it. I'm observant. Maybe it's just the blood in me because my grandfather is an Army veteran, and so is my father. I never got into the service. My nephew's an active Army as we speak. But some things is just in you to pay attention, to have that motherfucking sixth sense. But with this motherfucking third eye open, no. No, 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 no. I don't want war. No, no, that's not what I'm saying. One free thinker, not at all. Listen, hear me out. I'm not saying get your guns and run out there. No, 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 no. I'm saying pay attention to what's going on. So when they jump to do what they're doing, you are prepared and ready. I do not want a war. I don't want any of this to happen. But the fact of the matter is, we can see it happening. And guys like me that were 20 years ago telling people about this, and they said, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. This, oh, they would always tell me when I go to parties, my cousins and other people, hey, Rob, tell them what you were telling me. Watch, my cousin's saying some crazy ass shit. By the time you finish telling them, they're looking at you and they're like, yeah, this motherfucker's crazy. And people are like, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then you see everything that's come down the fucking pike. And then every one of those motherfuckers, if they were to see me now, and I've spoken to a couple of them on the internet, damn, you were telling us about this shit a long time ago. Peep this shit out, though. Peep this shit out, though. You have to be very aware of your surroundings because it's different out here. When you're closer to the fucking border, it's just weirder. It's different. I came from living out in Fresno, California, you know, what, 8-9 hours from the border or whatever, 8 hours, 7 hours, whatever the fuck it is, I forget, to 2.5 hours from the border right here. We see so much shit out here. There's so much shit moving around. Yeah, Dub. That's Dub, Big Dub, and the Rock Man. Those are my primos. Once again, they got some good music out right now. If you ain't heard it, you want to check it out, peep it out. Classic West Coast. It's none of that new stuff. It's an old school throwback. And that's what they do, and it's gravy. But yes, Dub, me and my primos, especially me and my primo Dub, because we used to hang out a lot more because we used to like drink and shit, smoke bud and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot older than my primo Dub, but we always connected on the energy because I was always talking and he always be listening to me and paying attention. And back in those days, I would always be talking to the young homies all the time, trying to give them certain game that they could use in whatever it may be in their life, right? Some listened, some didn't. But we used to talk about these things all the time, that one day something was going to happen. We just didn't know how it was going to happen. We didn't know how it was going to happen. All I'm saying is I don't want war. But be ready if it happens. And if it happens, we're not going to be the ones creating it. We're not out there looking for it. You're paying attention, though, because now it's at your doorstep. It was in another fucking state, then in another city, then in another town, then in another neighborhood, then it's at your front door. You understand what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? It's at your front fucking door. You're probably right, one free thinker. You are probably right. They say it's going to come like a thief in the night. But what happens if you used to be a thief? Maybe you see it coming. Doesn't mean you'll be able to maybe do anything about it, but at least it's better than going on your knees. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go standing up if that's the problem. Like they say, if I'm going to get fucked, I get fucked standing straight up. Old fucking Tweed Cadillac said that. Big Mo. Yup. One free thinker. Well, I think you're right, one free thinker. I just don't like to stay in that energy. You feel me? I'm a motherfucker the way that I was raised. Hey, we're going to go out. Like the song that's going to be playing in my background on that day when shit hits the fan, it's going to be from Cypress Hill. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out. Matter of fact, Jay, let's remix that. Let's remix that. Let's remix that. As a motivational song. We ain't going out like that, bro. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going. That's what the fuck's going to be playing in my motherfucking head when I'm dumping. That's all I fucking know. That's all. I'm serious though, bro. I'm serious though, bro. That fucking, it just popped into my head right now. That old school track from the motherfucking Cypress Hill, Be Real and Sendog, who to me never get enough credit, bro. When I think about it now that I'm older and all the stuff I've listened to from them, and when I first started listening to them back in the early 90s, 91 it was, I think maybe 90, 91. Those motherfuckers are legends that don't get enough credit, bro, especially on the West Coast. And I know they get recognized and they get respect. I'm not saying people don't know who they are, but I'm talking about when people start talking about, you know, the best rappers and they never say Be Real. They never say be real. They never do. I know he don't give a fuck because dude's making a killing. He's done some wise investing. He's a hell of an MC. He's been very successful in his career and his life. I know he ain't caring about that, but as a fan, I'm just speaking on it. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's like you have to be as ready as you can be. You know, as ready as you can be. And if you can't be ready, then you can't be ready. But, you know, out in California, there was an old pimp by the name of Sugar Free that came out with a song back in the days, and Dub knows what I'm talking about. Hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You feel me? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Bottom line. Whoa, that's crazy, Raider Mac. Yeah, I seen that, Dub. I seen that he opened up his shop up there. That's fucking dope. He's got them everywhere. Snoop just opened up his too, but you know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about old Snizzle. Snoop's a legend. You can't take nothing from him, bro. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like he's just making so much money off Tupac after his death and shit. It's crazy, man. There you go, Michael. Straight up. This one girl told me this when I was probably like, what the fuck? I was probably in my early 30s. What you said right there. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. But that's kind of been my life, man. I'm kind of, once you've been running on survival mode for so long, you're on autopilot, survival mode. You don't know how to turn it off. You know what I mean? You don't know how to turn it off. And I'm not the most, I'm not the most intimidating guy. I'm not the most biggest guy. I'm not out there trying to fight with people or nothing. I'm just telling people, pay attention to your surroundings so you don't get caught slipping somewhere. Because a lot of things could happen. These motherfuckers can be mercenaries and they just start kidnapping people at fucking shopping centers and shit and taking them out and killing them, driving them somewhere and just, you don't know, man. You don't know who these motherfuckers are, but I will tell you this. There was a girl that I was dating a year and a half ago, and she worked at Taco Bell. When I went to pick her up, this was like, a year and a half ago. When I went to pick her up, there was these two individuals walking in and had Taco Bell uniform on. Both of them was a man and a woman, both of them very fit. Like the woman looked like a model, didn't look right. She was working at Taco Bell. And the dude next to her was about 6'2", 200 pounds, solid, muscular dude. And I seen them both walking in together, and he had tattoos on him. He had a couple scars on his face, not like Scarface up here, but like scars like right here, a couple of big nasty scars. And I noticed him when he was walking in, and the girl that I was picking up was walking out. And she gets in the car, and I'm like, hey, they work there? She goes, yeah. I said, I've never seen them here. She goes, oh, no. She goes, they just hired them yesterday. She goes, they're a couple from Venezuela. They don't speak any English at all. They don't even have ID, but they hired them anyway. They said they let them bring the identification in a week. And then what happened? They were there for about 2 weeks. When they came asking for identification again to turn in the paperwork, they said, okay, we'll bring it tomorrow. It was a couple, man and woman. And they disappeared. They left. They didn't collect their money. Nothing. They never came back for their checks. Nothing. And I always just thought about that. Like, why? But now that I've seen what's been coming through the border, and it's a lot of the criminals. Like when Trump said that, I started doing my research. He's not lying. Most of these fucking prisons in South America and Central America have lightened up, have depopulated their fucking prisons. A lot of them have been released, and a lot of them have been led to the fucking border, and a lot of them have crossed over here. Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia. You know what I'm saying? It's Peru. It's crazy. And I'm not saying that they're all coming to hurt us or harm us. No, that's not what I'm saying. But a large percentage of them ain't coming to work. A large percentage of them are soldiers. A large percentage are coming here for one thing and one thing only, And that's to take what the fuck we got left. Bottom line. To take what the fuck we got left, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you want to say it's never going to happen here. No, it's never going to happen to us. You're crazy. You're tripping. Hey, ignorance is bliss. Keep your bliss. I'm living in the real world. I popped the red pill years ago, and I can't go back. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck. I can't go back. Yeah, bro. Raider Mac, she can't drink a little tiny bit of alcohol to relax her, or like an edible or something. I don't know if you're into that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, give her some real low dose gummies, bro. Give her like a piece of a 10 milligram or some shit. Yeah, I heard about that too, Michael. Michael Fishing. No, yeah, the gummies. That's when I say cannabis, bro, I meant gummies. Like in the cannabis, you know what I mean? You can give her some gummies. There's a lot of different kinds. Tequila really will fucking work. Some NyQuil. I used to know people who used to get drunk off NyQuil. They drink 2 shots of NyQuil and they're all fucking laughing and they're passed out. I'm like, are you guys fucking crazy? Of course, that was back in the 90s when, you know, kids were trying to get drunk on anything. I used to know motherfuckers trying to sniff gas, bro. That was never my. I'm like, dude, I don't want to get high like that. I'm cool. Some purple drink. Big Mo, is that no pun intended, Big Mo? Purple drink? No pun intended? Because I remember Big Mo had that shit, purple drink, right? Rest in peace, Big Mo, the rapper. She will be on an adventure. But yeah, man, like, this shit with Trump's just going to get weirder. It's just going to get weirder. That's all that's going to happen. And like I said, man, was watching homie earlier, and I've been feeling it. I've been having dreams for years of all kinds of crazy shit. I don't talk about them on the internet, but I've had dreams for years. When I was 10, I dreamt that I was standing on a beach looking to the west, like in the ocean. And I had never been to the beach at that point. Oh, wait, I'm lying. My dad took us to Santa Cruz one time when I was 9. I'm lying. I did. But for some reason that night, I dreamt that I was standing, and I've dreamt this about 4 times in my life. I'm standing on the beach, staring into the water, into the ocean, into the Pacific, because I'm from California, so we're looking west. And I just see this giant wave of water coming from the distance. And it's the biggest fucking wave I've ever seen. To where in the dream, I'm like, I can't even run. I'm not going to get away from it. And before I know it, the water hits me and I wake up. I've had that dream 4 times in my life. Randall, you are correct. I believe that as well. I feel that way too. You feel me? I tell you what. The more stuff that keeps coming out about this shooter. Yeah, that's right, Big Mo. Yeah, Randall, Big Mo, you guys, straight up. That's the next move. They all, you know, the next move they do. My point was that the next move is they're going to do something dirty, but they're going to make it look like it was a certain group of people that did it. And it's going to be done to an ethnic group of people. That's what Homie was saying. And when he said shit in the past, I know a lot of the stuff that he said about a certain thing was not all the way 100, but everything else that he said has come to pass. And he said a lot of stuff way before a lot of people were. And we were just messengers. I was like one of his little messengers. Everywhere I went, I would spread the word that I'd learned from his show that day, whatever I had learned, because a lot of people weren't paying attention to it. But folks, do you guys think, I got the convention on up here, but I've been waiting to see if Trump's going to come out, but I ain't seen him. Do you guys think? Oh, did you guys see the phone call with Robert F. Kennedy and Donald Trump? Did you guys see that? Did any of you guys see that? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. leaked a phone call that he had with President Trump the day after the assassination attempt, or the day of, the night of, one of those. He recorded, he had camera crew there, and they caught what Donald Trump was talking about, and they put it up on the internet, and then Robert F. Kennedy said a day later that he was sorry that he put it out. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Big Mo, look that shit up. It's crazy, bro. Because Trump is talking about vaccines in the video. On the audio, you can see, RFK's he's like that. Robert Kennedy Jr. is just kind of like that with the phone, the camera's on him, and Trump's just talking. He's just talking. Kennedy never says anything because Trump's talking the whole time, right? And what Trump was talking about, they were talking about vaccines, that Trump wanted low doses of vaccines, and he didn't want big doses of vaccines. He don't think that it's right that they would take these vaccines that look like they're ready for horses and animals, and they're putting all them. They wanted to give 38 vaccines in one to 10 and 20, up to 20-pound babies. He goes, and these things, these vaccinations are huge and they're big, and they're putting it on these babies, and I don't agree with that, and I didn't want that. And he's saying that, and they caught that on camera, and they put it on YouTube, and we seen that, and I was like, whoa, me and my brother saw it earlier. And I was like, wow, what the fuck? I don't know if they took it off or what, but I seen that shit. I was trying to react to it, but it wasn't letting me remix it or nothing. It's one of those ones where it doesn't give you the option to. Yeah, Raider Mac, that's what I was thinking. And the weird thing is Robert F. Kennedy and Trump. Robert F. Kennedy doesn't want any. He wants nothing to do with vaccines. He don't want vaccines pushed on people or nothing. He wants big pharma basically out of commission, right? But we know that ain't gonna never happen. Big pharma got so much stroke. Big pharma got so much pop. Those motherfuckers got burners. They got mercenaries. They got motherfuckers that'll sneak into your fucking pad in the middle of the night, fucking make a sandwich, fucking feed your dogs, fuck your old lady, then kill you and your fucking old lady, bounce, leave, and nobody knows who did anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, I see a lot of, of course, all the Republicans talking for Trump, which is cool. I like that. I'm not a Republican, but I love the energy. I love the love, right? Of course. They got the camera on Trump as we speak right now. It's kind of moving around, though. They had a shot on him, then now they're showing the crowd. The crowd's going berserk, of course. There goes Trump again. He got like that square bandage on his ear, right? It looks crazy. Like, why that? Is it encompassed around the ear? It just kind of looks like it's stuck to it. It looks weird. That's crazy, but yeah, I've been waiting for him to talk, but he's not talking. He's not talking. But folks, man, there's a very good reason why these people have been sneaking across here. And they're not even sneaking. They're letting them in. They're driving them to airports. All this shit. We used to think they were sneaking. They're not sneaking. So excuse me. They ain't been sneaking in at all. They just been fucking given a pass, whether people fucking believe it or not. But it is what it is. And I'm going to tell you, folks, just keep your eyes open. Stay ready. Stay ready in however you need to be ready. If this is something that you don't give a fuck about, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready. Make sure you put your votes in, like Raider Max saying. I made sure I was registered. Made a mistake when I fucking voted for Obama years ago. I never voted for him again. Won the re-election. I didn't vote for him. I didn't like a lot of the stuff that was going on when he was president, so that's why I didn't vote for him the second time. I was fooled by Obama. That's a whole nother fucking story because he's not even who the fuck I thought he was. I got so pissed, bro. Oh, Barry Soetoro. Barry Soetoro, Barack who loved to smoke rocks in Chicago in a limo. After that, he smoked cocks. Yes, I said it. Barack was in a limo blowing socks. After he was hitting rocks, he was blowing socks. El Barack le gusta, I said blow socks, if you know what I'm saying. You're probably right, Big Mo. I feel that way too sometimes, bro. Sometimes I feel like it don't matter. I'm like, it don't matter who you pick. It's going to be rigged anyway. I always feel that way. It's weird. It's weird, bro. So it's just almost like I'm a dumbass when I roll up in there and I feel that way. And then I don't feel that way. Then I do feel that way. Then I don't. And I'm like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Fuck it. It's going to go the way it's going to go regardless, right? Hey, Randall, that's what I was saying yesterday. Or was it the day before when I was saying he's got to play? I made a video where I said that Trump's got to play it like Pac now. He can't trust nobody around his motherfucking ass. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. You see all the memes with all the 50 Cent music and the mini men and all that shit? I was dying, man. I was fucking dying. 50 Cent. And then they got Trump's voice over it, singing 50's fucking verses shit. That's it. I'm like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I was laughing like a motherfucker. Michael, yep, they'll definitely love the gummies, man. That's what I was saying. I would try the gummies. Carson's talking right now. Yeah. I'm not really interested in right now. I've been waiting for Trump, but I guess he ain't coming out yet because they're still, they're doing their thing. So yesterday I was waiting for him. He didn't talk either. But, let's talk Raider ball. We got some Raider fans. Hey, let's talk Raider ball real quick, bro. Raider ball. I ain't really been dropping no videos because there's really nothing to talk about. I'm not trying to be one of these dudes just talking about the same shit or making up shit or trying to get people to watch by saying the same old fucking Raider shit. You feel me? Oh, your wife's mad about the rally? Yeah, there ain't nothing going on. Exactly. So what I was just gonna say was like, I'm just waiting for it to get cracking. The stuff with Devontae Adams on that Netflix show when they followed him around last year and they were videoing him and they got him when he was pissed with Garoppolo. I remember that game, and I remember me and my brother watching that play and me telling him, look, Garoppolo is everything I've been fucking saying. The dude can't make those throws on a regular. He can make them 5 out of 10. That's just my. So when it was happening and we seen Devontae fucking pissed, I'm like, I bet you he don't want to play with that motherfucker. Bring in the rookie. Bring in the fucking rookie. Yeah, that dude he ain't got nothing. He can't fit. You never see him when Garoppolo had his success in the NFL. It's guys wide open. It's great systems where there's a lot of cheating going on. A lot of holding going on. A lot of cheating going on. That's all I'm going to say. Right? That's all I'm going to say. Garoppolo's a system quarterback. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and sling it for 450 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's not going to do that. He's a manager. He's a game manager, and that's not something that we need. And at least, yeah, Randall, he was, man. He was. For a minute there, I know there was, when Telesco came over, they were talking about would he come over and would he try to trade for Herbert and all that. I remember there was some talk real quick about that too. But yeah, O'Connell's dope, man. I like O'Connell. And I'm not, I just think O'Connell, if our line can be like the way it was when we had Gannon, that's why Gannon was so successful. Yeah, Randall, he surely showed heart. And everybody, all the Raider fans, a lot of them were talking trash about him. A lot of them were I never downed Aiden O'Connell because he's a fucking rookie getting thrown out there in a lame duck fucking coach with fucking Josh McDukey, who takes it up the Dookie chute. Glad they got that son of a bitch up out there because I can't fuck with McDukey. I didn't even understand why they hired a Patriot to begin with, the Patriot way. No, we don't do no other way but the Raider way. And now we got AP who understands that, embodies it because that's what he is. He's cut from that cloth. So I seen this shit and I seen how Devontae was fucking frustrated. We didn't know what he was saying, but we knew he was pissed. We could see it on camera during the game. And He's got confidence in Aiden O'Connell. He's got the utmost confidence in Aiden O'Connell. And yes, Raider Mac. That's right, Big Mo. OG Classic Jones. What's up, OG? COB in the house. Thank you for tuning in, folks. There's been a few of you guys passing through here. I appreciate you guys. We all cut from the same. There's a bunch of OGs up in here. I can tell. Yeah, there's a bunch of OGs up in this motherfucker right now. Hey, but I'm telling you, them Raiders, if that line can come together, which I think it will, if they stay healthy, if they can play the way our O-line did when we had Rich Gannon all them years, man, it's going to be unfucking stoppable. They're going to use Dylan Lobby or Dylan LeBay, how some people I call him Dylan Lobby. They're going to use Dylan Lobby like Charlie Garner back in the days. They're going to be swing passing him, getting him the ball in space where he can run and make people miss, not throwing these little small screens where they're just in one spot. Maybe here and there you'll see some of those screens, but I think a lot of them are going to be like where he swing passes them old school, the way the Niners used to do it with Roger Craig, the way the Niners used to do it with Tom Rathman and all those West Coast offenses where they got that little, they got that little wrinkle in there where they do that. They're going to be doing that. They're going to be running the shit out of the ball. Zeus is going to be running fools over, running around them, pushing them off. He's going to be doing whatever he's got to do. And you're just going to see Devontae. You're going to see Mayer. You're going to see Myers. You're going to see Tucker. You're going to see Bowers. You're going to see all them dudes just eating, cleaning up with the play action. They're going to clean up. There's going to be so many passes over the middle for 30, 40 yards. Guys wide open. And the thing about O'Connell is he already showed when he's going under duress, he can still keep his eyes down the motherfucking road. And he's still watching what's going on. And not only that, the dude has a gun. This dude is gunslinger mentality. Gunslinger mentality. He's willing to make that throw. He's willing to fire it in. He's got pinpoint accuracy. And he's even worked on it even more. Yeah, that's what I was saying to my brother the other day, Michael. That's why I brought up Garner, because I was like, they're going to use fucking Zeus. Perfect point, Michael. Perfect. Great minds think alike. They're going to use Zeus like Wheatley, where he had some speed, but he could also run over motherfuckers, the bigger back, to beat the defense up. And they're going to have guys like Lobby and other dudes up in there. Maybe Madison, Abdullah, catching them swing passes, the little quicker scat back that can move around, can run away from dudes. They're gonna have that great old school mix, and Getsy likes to run that type of an offense, right? Well, don't be surprised if you see a gang of RPOs either, and you see some called run pass options where fucking O'Connell takes the ball and runs. Don't be surprised to see that, because he can move. The guy can move. He did some of that in college. Trey? That's right, Michael. We don't. Raider Mac, correct. Big Mo, you guys all on the same page. Oh, that defense, that Raider defense, bro. That Raider defense is going to feast. As long as everybody stays good, motherfucker's going to feast. Because that quarterback, whoever it is not going to have time to throw, dude. There's going to be a lot of quick forced throws. When them forced throws comes in, a lot of tips, a lot of interceptions. The DBs can react a lot more. They ain't really worried about getting beat deep or anything, because the quarterback's not going to have much time most of the time to do all that and sit in that pocket, make throws. He's going to be on the run. Man, that defense, what we're setting up now is, guys, because we haven't had a complete team since the Gannon days, right? Since the Wheatley days and the Greg Beekert days and the Charles Woodson and all, since Eric Allen was there and all that, those teams that we had, those good championship teams that we had that we never got it done. Those are the last great Raider teams. They had good defense and good offense. They moved the ball. We did whatever. We socked you in the fucking mouth and kicked you in the motherfucking ass. We came up into the kitchen. We made a fucking sandwich. We slapped the old lady on the fucking ass, and we fucking bounced out. And the motherfucking, the homie just sat there and watched us do all that shit. That's the Raider way. You take what you want, not what they give. Oh, they think we're not going to go deep on them? Let's, hey. Send Tucker over the top. Bring Devontae over the middle. Bring Bowers over the seam. And then let's bring Tucker coming the other way. Let's run a play action. And I'll guarantee you more often than not, because Adams is going to be eating, because Bowers is going to be eating, because the running game is going to be working, guys like Tucker are going to have a lot more shots down the field. Guys like Tucker are going to be breaking it open. And I know everybody's on that now, and everybody's talking about, oh, Tucker's going to be the beneficiary. We were talking about that months ago when we made the video about Tucker. That dude's going to be the beneficiary because you're going to have to watch Adams. You're going to have to watch Bowers. You got to watch Myers. How are you going to stop the running game? And then when you got a guy like O'Connell back there, slicing, dicing, fitting it in wherever the fuck he wants, the con man, the cerebral assassin, AC-12, Darth Raiden, whatever you want to call him. They like to call him AOC. I just think it's a corny-ass fucking nickname. You know what I'm saying? The reason I call him the con man and my brother calls him the con man, because when he got drafted, people were saying, who's this guy? He's a nobody. My brother goes, his name's Aiden O'Connell, bro. That's the con man right there, because he's conning everybody. Everybody's thinking he's nobody with the mustache and all this little square-looking dude, and he's a Christian and all this. He's like, watch, that dude's going to end up being the starter, and that's going to be the guy that ends up with us on the team that takes us to the promised land. And now look where he's at, and I firmly feel that way. With the defense that we got, you don't need a superstar quarterback. But you know what? Aiden O'Connell's not a serviceable guy. Aiden O'Connell's not a game manager. Aiden O'Connell is a quarterback, a very able quarterback. The guy is going to fucking open up some motherfucking eyes. All the people that were hating on him, they're going to have to shut the fuck up. No, we're not going to need to go for him to go out there every night when we play every Sunday. 303 touchdowns and no picks, one pick. We're not going to need him to do that. Occasionally, he's going to have like the Brock Purdy numbers. Fucking 18 for 24, 245 yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns. When he does throw, he's going to be more efficient, where more guys are going to be scoring on less attempts. That's what you want from the passing game. More scores on the minimum attempts. You don't want to have to be throwing it all over the goddamn field to score. You want to be able to run the ball as well and play good defense. And if you're playing good defense and you're running the ball, Patrick Mahomes is going to be standing on the sidelines. Herbert's going to be standing on the sidelines. All these guys are going to be standing on the sidelines, and we'll be running the clock, running the ball, playing good defense. That's how you win games. But these motherfuckers want to get away from it and claim that the game has changed. You can't do that to win anymore. Once again, don't forget, they recently brought this shit up. The Kelsey fucking Taylor Swift cat recently brought it up about how we foiled their motherfucking energy. We fucked their energy on Christmas last year. How did we do that? Raider fans, how do we do that? Salute, Doppelganger, what's up? Big Mo, Raider Mac, Michael 918. We got all Randall, OG. Hey. It's just one of those things, bro. It's just one of those things that you're not going to need Aiden O'Connell to be out there. Can we get into a shootout at some point? Yes. Things happen. Who's more capable in a shootout? You got more fucking, is it going to be Aiden O'Connell? Is it going to be Minshew? Is it going to be, and they're even talking about Anthony Brown might get a shot at it if he looks good in training camp. I personally think they're just making it sound good. Everyone's been telling you folks, Anthony, Antonio Pierce, Devontae Adams, Max Crosby have all told you it's Aiden O'Connell. It's Aiden's job. It's his job. He's got it. It's Aiden O'Connell. They are going to move forward with him. All this shit about that Gardner Minshew's going to beat him out and all that, it ain't going to happen. Look it. Gardner understands his role. Guys like me and others were saying when we signed Minshew that was backup money, but a lot of people are saying that's starter money. That's bottom end starter money if it's ever starter money, and it ain't. It's good backup money because that's what Minshew is. The dude comes up. Look, this is what Gardner Minshew is to me. And I'm not saying he's not a good player, and I'm not saying he's not a valuable player. I'm not putting the guy down. This is what I'm saying. Who remembers the great Detroit Pistons teams of the 90s. Doppelganger, thank you, my brother. That's right. We fucked your Christmas up, homie. Fuck your Super Bowl. We tore up that Christmas, and they ain't never going to forget that. Taylor Swift, none of them ever going to, man, oh, where were you guys at 5 years ago? Oh, that was the Raider game on Christmas. That's what I'm talking about. But when you've got Gardner Minshew, remember the old Detroit Pistons championship teams with Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman, a bunch of fucking gritty, tough son of a guns that could play ball. But remember, who was that one guy that used to come off the bench when they needed to give Joe Dumars a rest and they needed to give Isaiah Thomas a rest, right? The majority of the scoring a rest for 6-7 minutes, 5 minutes at a time. Who did they bring in? Yes, the bad boys, Raider Mac. Who remembers the microwave Vinnie Johnson? Who was the microwave Vinnie Johnson? The microwave Vinnie Johnson was the player for the Pistons that came off the bench, and he was instant money. They called him instant offense. That's why they called him the microwave, because as soon as he came off the bench and in the game, he wouldn't start or nothing. He's sitting on the bench the whole game. As soon as you bring him in like this, 8, 10, 12, 15 points like this. Right, Raider Mac? Us old motherfuckers, who can back me up on this if there's younger folks in here that don't know who the microwave was. And that's how I look. And he was valuable like that. Some people will be like, why don't you start him? No, because you got other players. You got roles for players. There's so many teams that don't have role players. Those aren't good teams. Every great team has a role player. Gardner Minshew's role, you already know what it is. Yeah. That's right, Michael 918. Thank you for coming with the facts. Michael 918, exactly correct there. And that's what I'm talking about. So, but Gardner Minshew, he's like the microwave. He's going to be our Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac? I'm thinking of Vince McMahon now. Our Vinnie Johnson. I'm sorry. The microwave. I guess you could call him Vinnie Mac, right? The microwave. But he's going to be our microwave. God forbid something happened to O'Connell or something. At least we know we have Minshew back here. And you know what Aiden can do now. And the team's pulling. They want Aiden to be the guy. Aiden's made enough choices. He's made enough progression. He's built his body up. The guy's worked hard. The guy's training. The guy's throwing the ball. He's doing what he needs to do. This is the smart way to do it. What's up, my 2 cents? Yeah, exactly. That's why they call him the guard dog. Exactly. But I'm speaking for the people that don't know that and thought he was coming to be the starter. You feel me? And that's what I love about Minshew. You know what I'm saying? I love him, but he's going to be our Vinnie Johnson. He's going to be our microwave. He's our microwave. If something happens with Aiden O'Connell, you plug him in and he's going to go. That's just what he does. He's good at that. And where he'll go after that, who knows? We don't know. But I'll tell you this much. It's good to have that in the bag. That's the ace in the hole. That's the fucking ace in the hole. Yeah, we need some motherfucking doppelganger. You're right with the guard dog and Raider Mac. We need some football. My 2 cents. What's up? Salute Raider Nation's in the motherfucking house. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, and expect, you know, if Aiden, what do they always say? Oh, you give any serviceable quarterback enough time back there, any quarterback in the NFL will carve you up if you give him enough time. They always say that, right? But imagine this. An accurate quarterback with enough time to take his pick. Devontae, Bowers, Mayer, Myers, Tucker. What you want to do? Off the play action. What you want to do? Which one of these guys is open? You want to bet that on some plays we're going to be able to watch the tape, that we're going to be running it back like after the games and shit, laughing about it like everybody's open on this play. Stop it. Bowers is open. Devontae's open. And he's going to be taking his pick. Is it going to be like that every game? No. Is there going to be some games like that? Yes. I will bet your motherfucking ass. When that running game is eating them up so bad, just to fucking be like, we'll give you a break. They're going to run play action. Bro, that defense is going to be so tired. They're going to be so hurt. It's going to be Raider. It's going to be Gruden, Gannon 2.0. That's what we're seeing with O'Connell and Antonio Pierce. And I'm talking about in terms of the way that we're going to play football, not the style of the players or the coach, but just the way we're going to play football. They're getting back to the Raider way, the motherfucking Raider way. What's the Raider way? We run the motherfucking ball. We punch you in the motherfucking mouth on offense. We punch you in the motherfucking mouth on defense. And when we want, we're going to take a shot deep. And there ain't going to be shit you can do about it. That's the motherfucking Raider way. And with Antonio Pierce, with Max Crosby, with Wilkins, we could just, with Spillane, you could just go on and on with Kuntz, right? You can go to the offense with Dylan Parham, with our line, with the way we've set it up, with the coaching staff and the way that they're coaching these guys. Everything is so quick. They're learning so fast. They're able to decipher everything and learn on the spot on the field instead of having to wait to get to the class the next day or later on. So you get quicker development out of players. So you don't got to keep a player 2 or 3 years to figure what he's going to be up to and how he's going to pan out for your squad. You could do that in maybe 1 or 2 years with as fast as the way these guys are being coached up. The Raider fade, that's dope. Fucking doppelganger. You're funny, my brother. That's right. Playing together, bro. It's going to be dope. Yeah, we got Michael Gallup. I'm curious to see how he's going to fit up in there. I'm curious to see who. We got a lot of good young receivers that were undrafted as well and guys that we drafted, right? They got a lot of good undrafted guys that, what was the dude's name? Tulu, right? I did a video on Tulu. That dude, man, that guy's really good. We got a lot of speed out there. And it's going to be fun to see who's going to beat out who. Well, we got another couple more weeks, right? We got a couple more weeks to figure it out. He still ain't out there, but yeah. But yeah, man. It's going to be interesting. But they're going to get back to that old school Raider style of football. And I feel we can win 11 games. I feel we can win 11 games and make the playoffs. And I feel if we are clicking like you're supposed to running into the playoffs, if we are clicking running into the playoffs, there's a legit chance to go deep into the playoffs. And if we can get lucky, who knows? You got to have some kind of luck. Some kind of luck along that way. If you're going to have a championship run, it's not all just about mechanics, and a majority of it is, but you got to have some luck along that way. Players stay healthy. That's luck in the NFL, right? Because anything can happen. Fuck yeah, they're going to be awesome, man. And just actually seeing them going at it, and you're going to see who's who, what's what. A lot of people will get their answers. A lot of people will, will see what players can do, what they can't do. They'll see the development in players. I really got a lot of confidence in this offensive line, and I think that they are going to have Aiden O'Connell back there like a statue. And if he needs to run, he's going to have the green light to get out of there. He's not going to be told, just stay there and don't move. I don't care what you do. Don't leave the pocket. That's right, doppelganger. That's right. You guys are correct, man. Yeah, I've still been waiting to see if I can catch Trump out here, but I guess he ain't talking, man. I'm trying to catch him talking, but he ain't paying attention to none of that. And, man, I've been out here. It's 8:05. I never ate dinner. I usually eat about 4:30, and I never ate nothing, but it's cool. I'll just fast till the morning. I'll be on like 24 hours fast. By the time I hit, I'm already. Hold on, wait a minute. We're 8 o'clock. Shit, I ate yesterday at 4:30. We're way past 24 hours. We're at almost the fucking 30-something hours. So I'm going to have to eat a little something. I eat maybe a couple of slices of some fresh turkey and eat a couple pieces of celery and some blueberries or some shit. But yeah, man. Oh, you having dinner, Big Fuck? Take a bite for me, bro. Enjoy. What you having, Big Mo, if you don't mind me asking? Snack time. Fuck yeah, doppelganger. Man, I wish I should have got some pistachios. I went to the store earlier, man. I'm like, what? Man, I'm out of snacks. Like, my snacks are walnuts and pecans and motherfucking blueberries and shit like that, man. Pistachios and shit. And I didn't get any. It's not late though. I can still walk my ass to the store if I need to. Instead of having to drive, I just walk to the motherfucking shortstop. How my dad used to call it. My dad used to call the little mini marts the shortstops. I miss that son of a bitch, man. My dad. Yeah, that's the kind of relationship we had. You know, we're old school. I miss him, though, man. I miss my mom, too, man, all the time. It's weird. It's weird, man, but that's how it is. It's life, bro. But you know what I'm saying? It's just weird living when you go living on without your loved ones, you know. Chicken Marcelo? I'm having a liquid dinner. Chicken Marcelo? What is Chicken Marcelo? Is that like, what's in that? I never heard of it before, bro. Oh, Raider Mac, you had medium pizza? Man, pizza sounds good. I haven't had none in a while. It's been a few, but weeks. I had a slice a few weeks back. But yeah, man, like, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good season. It's going to be entertaining. I'm glad that shit with Antonio Pierce is fading away, though. You know what I mean? That shit about the bankruptcy and all that. I'm glad that shit's fading away, dude, because I don't know, man. I just think it was fucked up that people were talking about that. Like, people don't need to be talking about that. Oh, shit, chicken noodles and fresh bread sauce. That's dope. That sounds good, Big Mo. That sounds really good, man. Yeah. Man, still waiting, but they're still talking, so I still can't get no Donald Trump here. But man, I'll tell you what. That's good, Big Mo. That's good, Big Mo. And yeah, Raider Mac, no doubt. Always trying to create drama. Always. So yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming up in here. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the love you guys give me. I appreciate interacting with you guys. I'm gonna I got a friend of mine that I got to talk to tomorrow because I want to ask him some stuff about the sniper stuff because he was a sniper in the military. He was a hell of a good one. He's retired now. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's a big Trump guy. And I've been curious to get his outlook on things because he's so smart and the dude knows his shit. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow, see if there's anything we chop it up about that I can share. And if there is, I'll go live and I'll share some of it with you. But if he says I can't share it, then I won't be able to. You feel me? But he's a good friend of mine. I want to see how he's doing. And I'm just curious about what he thinks about what's going on and how he sees it. You know, he's a very smart, intellectual dude. You guys have been great, man. That's right, Doppelganger. We got to stick with him thick and thin. We got to stick with him thick and thin. We're not going to win them all. I doubt there'll ever be another motherfucking undefeated team, but you never know with the way that they control shit now and the way they like to script certain stuff, right? So they say. So I don't think everything is script, but I believe certain shit is. Certain shit is. Sometimes there's certain calls that the refs are making at that moment to fuck a certain squad. Anybody remember the fucking cue card game with the Cowboys and Raiders? Anybody remember the motherfucking tuck rule with the Raiders and the fucking Patriots? Like, I'm not going to harp on that shit because it's an old wound. Yeah. Yeah. And that's and that's the thing. Like when I talk to my boy, I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to tell me, but I want his touch on the political side because he's very politically inclined and he's very intelligent. He understands the psycho and psychopolitics. But that's what this is now. It's not politics no more. It is psychopolitics. That's what I like to call it, psychopolitics. That's what it is. Oh, exactly, Michael. That's what I was saying a few months ago. That when they saw the money they made at the Super Bowl, they're like, we need playoff games here. We need playoff games here. They need the Raiders to make the playoffs. They're going to make so much money. Can you imagine? Fucking, we get into the playoffs and we get 2 home games there. You know how much money they'll make? Each one of those home games will bring in money like a fucking Super Bowl. I will guarantee you, because Raider fans do not fucking play. Raider fans will go all the way fuck out. They'll be there a whole fucking week and a half in that motherfucker spending. Not just 2 or 3 days, not a weekend. They'll be there. They'll camp out the whole 2 fucking weeks. Straight up. And then some. And then some. They know. They know the money they can make. Thank you, Doppelganger, for chopping in, man. Thank you for being here, bro. And I look to chop it up with you again soon. Yeah, Raider Mac. I heard about that the other day and I couldn't believe it. How the fuck basically is the rival party going to control your Secret Service, right? That's why I said the other day, if I was Trump, I'd reach out to retired military personnel that love him. They'll gladly protect him and do a great job at it. They'll gladly protect him. I bet you when I talk to my homie tomorrow, he's going to be like, man, if Donald Trump called me and told me he wanted me to fucking protect him, I'll be there in a motherfucking heartbeat. Because that's just the dog in these guys. You feel me? You got to have the dog in you, right, guys? You got to have the motherfucking, I mean, not just pertaining to football, but just life. You got to have that dog in you. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You got to have that fucking dog in you. Mandatory. Mando bone. Mando bone, dog. Mando bone. We used to play fucking dominoes. We used to play dominoes. And one time I was playing with my brother. I just got out of jail. It's like late 90s, 97. And I had them bones, them dominoes that were made out of fucking real elephant tusk. And they had the little gold medal in the middle. And you could spin them on the table. And I was getting ready to fucking, to bone, to domino. I was spinning my last domino around as my brother's getting ready to put his down. He goes, you remind me of some fool when I was locked up. He'd be spinning the last domino and he's ready to domino. He's ready to bone. And he'd be like, Mando bone, Mando bone, Mando bone, Mando bone. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Mando bone. Wow. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's right, Raider Mac. Michael 918. They'd make so much money on that, bro. They'd make so much money on that bet. They'd make so much money in Vegas, at the venue, on the strip, the stores, everything, more than they've already made. It would be like, just imagine, playoff game with the Raiders, right? Saturday night, wild card. Just even say a wild card. Saturday night wild card game in Las Vegas. And it's the fucking Raiders and the Chargers. That'd be crazy, right? I don't know why I said Raiders and Chargers, but wild card game. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for your energy. I appreciate you. I hope you guys are all truly blessed. I hope you guys are doing well. I send my blessings to you and your families. Nothing but love, nothing but good vibes, nothing but good energy. And I'll see you guys very soon. I'm going to hop back on tomorrow, probably around the same time, if not a little bit earlier. I wanted to come on at 4:30 today. I wanted to come on at 4:30 today. Later, Michael 918, thank you for being here, bro. But some shit happened and I couldn't do it, so I had some other shit to do. But I'll be back on tomorrow. And thank you guys for being up in here. Raw and Uncut, you know how we do it. Football's coming up. We got this Donald Trump stuff coming on. Everything's just flying by so motherfucking fast. We got to keep our ears open and our eyes peeled, and we got to stay vigilant. I love you guys. I salute you. We out, folks.